What we wanted to do was get a group of guys who loved the game, loved to work together.
Yeah! Let's go, baby!
And wanted to be in that kind of environment and space. Our main goal was to primarily just see constant improvement. We went into it with very free expectations and just seeing what we could do. And we started off with a bang. In that stage, we beat a bunch of the top teams at the time and had an opportunity to play for first. And for us, that was kind of like our first big learning experience, I would say. With the way that the team is kind of built and structured in that sense, instead of kind of like falling apart and getting angry at each other and kind of blaming people or things or whatever, the guys came together and figured out how they wanted to improve coming into stage 2. And I feel like we applied that growth of how to handle those pressure situations a lot better within the NAL for stage 2. And obviously we got third, not as good as second, right? But third is good enough to qualify for the major, which is why we are here. So for us, that was a big learning point. And I just hope that going through the major, that we'll have more of those kind of learning points as well.
Well, being here in Mexico, it's kind of a weird feeling because one, you're excited to be at the major, you wanted to qualify, and we were able to do so.
Both you guys.
There's a connoisseur button in this dump. It's like, what number's the connoisseur?
Well, I thought it'd be a number into the button.
There's a button
You
with
said
a
room service.
Richie,
No,
they put pictures on the phone because you're so stupid and you couldn't figure it out.
I literally just couldn't find the button.
Yeah, no, Mexico's been good. My teammates were super shady about the typical Mexico, like the whole they're not going to survive in the airport, they're not going to survive on the way back. Yeti was making some jokes on the car ride to the hotel.
I kind of made a joke about bullet holes in the wall because I was like, Mexico is a pretty dangerous place. So I look up to my left and I just see like holes in the building. I doubt there were actually bullet holes. I was like, hey guys, look, bullet holes. And everyone's just like, what? So.
You're literally terrible.
Well, Richie quite literally uses my aspect ratio.
Yeah, those are good. You made it?
And then he uses my graphical settings. What? Richie, behind you!
Can you shut the f up? You're actually so... I can't say that word. Coming into Mexico, obviously qualifying from NAL, it was really nice and it was a really cool experience. Arriving here wasn't what I expected, and the car ride was very long and boring.
Just get a little hump, get a little hump on that.
Head back.
Head back,
When we got here, it was interesting. They had us all get in a van, and then the people who drive here are crazy. They swerve in front of big ass trucks and stuff. So they don't care. They'll get ran over. They don't care if they die. I don't know. And on our way here, we saw 4 different cop cars every street, and there's bullet holes in the wall. Yeti said, I don't know about that, but yeah, that's what I saw.
It's been pretty fun, honestly. It's been nice. We haven't really done anything yet. This is the first day technically, so I haven't done too much. Doing media. Looking forward to actually scrimming some of the teams from around the world. Basically, you don't really get that chance that often. The only time you get the opportunity is when they're here for events like this. So that'll be fun.
All right, guys. I double checked. This is the official schedule. So we have nothing until 1 now. They'll come up and get us, and then we'll do what BDS was doing down in the lobby. We'll do B-roll.
Just walk around?
Yeah, we'll just walk around. Tomorrow is same time, 10 a.m. It's League Ops. It's going to be down on the B stage, and that'll be about 30 minutes to an hour.
So we just sit the stage?
You sit at the stage. You set up your hard drives. You set up your skins and everything that you want on whatever. So you're in the game and setting it up and make sure that your peripherals are all working.
Hey, I like TikTok.
I like TikTok, Joe. F off. Evan. Dungeon Gayari. I don't know what room he's in.
I think it's 11.
Who is it? Shut the fuck up. We gotta go media now.
Now?
Now, yeah, they're here. Yes. He said shut the fuck up.
This should last about 30 minutes.
I filled my water bottle with Diet Coke before we left.
And you can roll up your sleeves if you want.
Take off your shirt.
Take off my shirt? Yeah. Oh my god.
Look at the camera, please. Okay, one more.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Are you really taking this off?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
serious.
Get to the backward one. Just do no, you gotta put it under like your collar. No, that was it. Yeah. Oh, you gotta suck on your finger too.
No, my finger.
Okay, we need one family-friendly picture, so...
He just took a picture with his shirt off, bro. Like what?
Yeah, but he also had a family-friendly one, so...
Oh, okay. What would you do that's family friendly? That's not family friendly.
Tired. We have to wake up at 9 a.m. to do this and then sit there for 3 hours to do something else. Fantastic.
I find it interesting that Face It and Ubisoft call us the Silent Land Killers because we are very loud. I feel like the fact that we were called Silent Land Killers is a kind of an allusion to the fact that nobody expected anything from us from the start of the season. I think at the stage 1 power rankings, I think we were like 6th or 8th in a lot of people's lists because people were the old United core and just saw it at face value for what it placed before, which is unfortunately just how a lot of people do analysis. We have a very loud presence on stage, and I feel like that's a part of our identity. It's kind of like being the villains, the bad guys. And so that's a fun space to play in because it definitely gets a reaction from people.
Somebody sounds top yellow unless that's us. That's Kansas. Never mind.
I think the team feels very excited about being here. Obviously, going into the year, it certainly wasn't our expectation to be qualifying for, any of these tournaments, as I think it's been noted several times by other people. Nobody on this team besides me has ever even qualified for a major, and it's going to be a new experience. I'm not sure, how individually everybody's feeling. I would say probably a little bit nervous, maybe a little bit unsure of what to expect because, whether we realize it or not, it's a huge step up in competition. It's, it's not going to be playing the same NA teams that you play every single day.
Experiencing like my first major, it's been an interesting experience because there's still no fans, so it's kind of hard to like grasp the difference in environment because we're used to playing on LAN in a similar atmosphere because in the NAL we play on a stage with no crowd, only your opponent. So I think it's not too like overwhelming. So I didn't really have nerves, more excitement than anything because I was just excited to play international competition and then excited to like try and compete and to make it out of groups and see how far we could go for our first major because obviously that's a really hard task to do is to make it far when you have little to no international experience. Like I haven't put an international team outside of maybe like a Latin American scrim in 2 years. So that was very different, but I don't know, I was just excited for the most part.
Maestro on pipes, kitchen is clear.
Yo, gotta kill pipes.
Got that bomb.
Yo, gotta kill pipes for me.
To like start creeping up, cause that's when, I don't think I got the lob yet.
I have to kind of be careful here because my hatch is open.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a
What's the 0 at? Wait, all my ADSs are gone. Nice. This on yellow. Good job, guys. I've never seen that.
This is something you guys have never done before, so just take it with as a learning opportunity and just have fun with the game. Yeah, this is something you've never experienced anything like this, or at least not in a while. So
It's been a long time since anyone outside of looking at it.
yeah, international we have not done.
I think there's a mix of emotions, we're really excited. We're really excited just to get to it. I think there's a little nerves in the air for sure. It's everyone's first major, everyone's first international experience. Or not everybody's, but I guess more so than not. me and Kansans especially, first international experience. You know, it's our first major attended. I know it's Richie's first major, and I think it may be Yeti's, but they too have international experience. And Seth, previously, I think he has a couple international experience too. So, you know, I think it's a mix of emotions. I think most of us are happy, a little nerves, but yeah, I think we're just really ready to get to it. And I think the first game is really gonna, I guess, like where to position ourselves and how to go about the games going forward, and just to kind of how to pace ourselves through them.
That looks like Hodor. That guy with the hood.
Yeah.
He's a unit. That guy's like prod.
Well, Prod's actually.
That guy's good prod.
I don't know.
How much of it does like
Look at their.
I think we honestly don't really know what to expect. Obviously, we're going to go into the tournament and into group stage confident. I've said it a few times before we even arrived here that in our group, I think any two teams could qualify for the playoffs. Any two teams could not qualify. I think it's a pretty even group.
I think based on our scrims coming into the group stage, I think that we definitely will struggle against some of the international play styles for sure, but that's something that's why we're here. We're here to learn. That's our objective-oriented goal, I would say. Our process-oriented goal is to take away as much as we can and have this be holistically a learning experience.
Let's talk about Group A. We're going to get straight into it once again. We get to see Soniqs for the first time here at the Major, and we get to see Team 1 coming back.
Now in position with another Nitro Cell to deny the secondary planet tech that's coming down right now. No, the Nitro Cell is off though, but it shouldn't matter as Alamau completes the rotate to the back of the circle desk and shuts down the final planet tech. Reaper's planet tech has to go off well. It's not even going to need to be completed because the Soniqs just cleaned up the shop entirely.
But not for very long. As soon as we see him actually in the building, he'll lose his head as well. Yeti will get a second frag. He only gets one bullet. They're down to 1 HP. Levy can't get the frags to go. He'll eventually be able to tag out Yeti, but the Soniqs jump ahead.
It all falls to Yeti here. He's going to find both KDS. There's the first one, and he takes him out. Alamau now needs to go hunting in the 1v1. He's only got about 13 seconds to get this kill as well. Nearly had it right there as some damage goes on to Yeti. But can he convert the kill? Yes! He will be able to do it. And with an excess of 10 seconds, this counter defuse will go through. Team 1 will pick up a 7th, and we go with the 15th and final round of the match.
Was with a 1v3, now a 1v2 after he gets the initial frag. Starts to push up admin stairs, has one close, but Grixer from behind, not expecting the M590 close, and the Soniqs take Consulate.
That's about to get swung upon for the main hallway too, already taking the fight against Grixer on the inside of the site. Now Rexy sitting on the outside, and unfortunately the laser gate acts as an advance notice in this situation as well. Only serves to push the Soniqs into a more winnable position as they take control of the opening round. Who's now without too much of an issue. Yeti though, starting to counter it back out. Suzu still very close to getting the diffuser on the ground and will succeed in doing it. Now though, trying to counter out the post-plant positions. Black Ray very much ready for that, but Super also coming in, downing Suzu, doing some great damage over to Black Ray. Can't follow it up though, and at low HP, Black Ray instead gets the win this time. Cyclops take the round for him. Like I said, the case went down on the ground. He's probably making the assumption right now that it's already been picked up. The recheck on it, Gatorada gets close, but it's Suzu from up on top to shut it down. As Cyclops respond beautifully to the previously lost round with one of their own to try and take the lead again. No advantage here, but he's quickly running low on time. He needs to be more aggressive than this, but at the same time, the low HP does not enable him to do that. Anaton shuts down the final kill, and this map is going over to CAG as they take control towards the end of regulation.
So this game against Cyclops, if we want to change some defenses, if we want to steer this to Chalet, I assume Cyclops will probably play us on a Chalet again.
They banned Coast. They've been first banning Coast consistently.
Alright, did everybody watch back our match from Chalet last night?
No. I watched bits and pieces. Actually, I did watch it back actually.
Yeah, so after the first play day, we ended up beating Team 1 8-7. We definitely could have closed that game out a lot sooner. So that result, I guess, was pretty much as expected. But so heading into the CAG match, you know, you're heading on with like, you have to take that mental reset from like the first game to the second game, especially after you win, because you don't want to go in too fast, you don't want to go in too slow. You know, you just want to kind of pace yourself just right as if it's like any other game.
That was a game I think we probably should have won, but we were not handling the Monty clash very well. Nobody in NA plays Shields really, so that was definitely a different look for us, and they caught us off guard, kind of doing some unorthodox things. So definitely a lot to take away for our for the next time we play them, which maybe is in 2 days. I'm not sure. Beating Team 1's good for us though, but obviously those not getting any points out of that game is hurtful.
Oh, make sure you look over the setups on console.
Seth, how did you sign in when your Uplay service was unavailable?
I'm pretty sure I just like Control-Alt-Deleted Uplay.
The day 2 games are definitely very important. They have a lot of weight in terms of whether you're going to make it out of the group or not. By the end of day 2, you've played each team once, so you kind of know where you stand almost, or it can get a good feel for it. So for us, coming into day 2, what we want to do is make sure that we can at least contest with BDS, because that would be very important. And then going into our match for CAG, what we want to do is show them a new look in some way, whether it's on the same map or not, that we have the idea of now how they play, and that we can show that we can contest them a little bit differently now based on their style.
Though in the post plant, he's going to be able to land the shot likely against Brid, but he's only got to land one against most of these defenders. That's a beautiful shot on Super. One more bullet, and there's the second, not the third. Bride shut down by Rexen.
Down goes Super, Shaiko a double. Yeti with only 1 kill to his name. He'd broken that streak earlier on a nice flick playing off of it, but the defuse is going down right next to him. Does Bride know? He does. He's very aware of it, and like that, the first half goes in the books. 5-1 in favor of BDS. Doesn't lose though as he pivots. Can't do much onto Super. The spray transfer does not work out. Grixer down below, but he doesn't have access to that diffuser, so he needs to play time. Where is Super gonna drop? He tries to, but it's cleaned up. A disappointing performance for the North American squad. BDS look as frightening as ever as they win the matchup 7-1.
Yeah, that was kind of an eye-opening experience. I think after we lost to BDS, that's when the pressure was on. Because after we lost to BDS, we knew we had to beat CAG again because they already beat us once, and if we wanted to have a chance to be in the top 2 and make it out of groups, he had to beat CAG again. With their playstyle, we kind of knew we were going to be fighting an uphill battle because it's really hard to get a read on what they're going to do and counter that or handle that appropriately. It's really hard to adjust to them because you're not adjusting to a strat, so to say. You're adjusting to not getting shot in the head. It's a very different dynamic. Like, you know, when teams do a certain push, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this to counter your type of push. No, these guys don't use utility hardly. They just run at you and kill you. That's basically it.
That was a kicking.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
Well, we got a good map for us, but they're better on that map apparently.
A lot of times they get counter-stratted to the fucking max extent of the word.
Yeah.
They did everything. They knew we didn't bring stuns, so they brought runes, bulletproofs.
I will say, the good news about that match is they already are going to be first place, so it's more important to beat Cyclops than it is to beat them.
Yeah.
But yeah, now our game later against Cyclops is pretty important in terms of making out of groups. So.
Just outside the corner here.
Okay.
We'll see. That was an kicking for sure. Nothing to really say about that.
But Suzuki manages to get in, aggress, and find the kill. Can he get another onto the doorway? Not yet. Kanza manages to shut him down 3 versus 1, and it's Gatorada to close it out. Cyclops come out big in round 1 and manage to get themselves a win. Ray's just holding that window. Gator moves in, tries to make a challenge onto Solarium Stairs. Kanzan's going to pick him up, and that's going to close out the round with 3 seconds left to go. Black Ray just holds his angle, takes a few shots. He knows nobody's going to come down there, and that's going to be a win for the Soniqs, so it puts them on the board.
Rattled by that, I imagine. Still got some work to do. 1 drone left in the back pocket of Grixer at this point. Their information game is going to be limited. Great C4 with a double kill coming out. At max range, no doubt, but that is the round ender. Super has got 13 seconds to sit here and stew on the amount of smack he's talked about the APAT teams and what he thought they could do to them.
For the rotate, can't find it. 5 seconds left to go. Kanzan, Super is getting the diffuser down. Won't have time as Grixer finishes it off, and that's going to be around to the Soniqs. Can he find the final one inside of blue? The diffuser's been planted by Super, and this is a great attack from the Soniqs. This is exactly what I was talking about. Holding downstairs is so difficult because where is the breach going to come from? You've got the angles from the big garage, you've got the trench wall opened, and Soniqs just move in and pop the diffuser down on the ground. There was cover from every single angle, as there is at the end there. Rex and 3K on the round. Soniqs lock it down.
You can do it. It's been like boxing with shadows the entirety of the map. Soniqs, no matter where they look, there's always another angle. There's a little floorboard open someone. There's someone swinging you on a corner. There's someone C4ing you. Everything Cyclops need to do to hand a double defeat to Soniqs and get themselves almost guaranteed to be in the top 2 out of this group has been done. A big win for them, and for Soniqs, I'm afraid it's home time.
Additional for this, just showing up, I think it's 50. Yeah, it's 50. And then 55 for 3rd place.
Okay. Wait, 55 added?
Yeah, but that
So 105 total?
Yes.
Okay.
To do something different for this match that we haven't done ever and didn't work out, but we tried to do something in the match. You know, we were all trying to problem solve.
I like those pushes that we were doing, that unorthodox that we just run around. That was way better than doing what like our very default static shit.
There was a lot of really close rounds. Like, I'm disappointed we lost, but that's just because like I want to win everything.
Right.
And that's like
I'm
not gonna hold on to that. Like, I'm not mad at anybody.
Games.
We're here to be competitive and learn. That's that was the whole goal. Our goal was to make our groups. It's not gonna happen.
Like I just said, we have no pressure from the org. Like, it's like we got second, we got third, we made the major. We can still get 12. We can still get 50. We can still get 55 more points. We're like as long as we get experience on this major, be consistent top 4 next one, play that major, which is gonna be an APAC, I'm pretty sure.
Right, and that's one thing too to keep in mind is like this Cyclops team. We didn't really know a lot about them coming into this, but they are a team that makes every event. They have a lot of international experience because they dominate their region.
I mean, we tried to switch it up for them. Obviously, we tried to do our own counters and switch that up. And I would say it worked a little bit, but obviously not to the level it was. And then I think they also adapted a little bit on their defenses, and they were more prepared on their defenses this time around. I think we had obviously a couple of close rounds that came down to the end. The Ela2v1, definitely some rounds that could have gone the other way. But I mean, we tried to do some different things and just beat us again on the map. Nothing else to really say.
From a coach's perspective, how it feels to lose the opportunity to make playoffs and ultimately reach our objective-based goal.
They win their 2 games tomorrow and they make it.
Well, what's BDS at? They're 9-2, right?
Yeah.
I feel the most for the guys. We're obviously a team that feels that we are capable of making it out of groups and should have.
100%. I underestimated them. I'm sure we all came in thinking that was like the freebie, and when we beat Team 1, we were like, okay, but that's all learning experience. We know never to underestimate anybody.
I don't really have a problem with it. Like, obviously, like you're not going to be the best at everything. There's always going to be someone that's better than you, but you can definitely improve. And if you want to be the best, you should have to put the time and effort in. So as long as we put the effort in and we want to win, I feel like we'll do good. I don't mind being at the bottom as long as we're taking the necessary steps forward to get better, so that the next major we can make it out of groups.
God, those guys are annoying. They are relentless.
There's Team 1, there's KAG, BDS, SSG, DZ. It's the best teams from every region. So there is really no freebies, and it's quietly the highest level of competition. And seeing Siege play at this level is very eye-opening. I don't know, I think I'm really proud of the team. I think everyone on the team is proud of each other, and we keep pushing ourselves to be better. And we're trying to take in the lessons we learned from this event to bring that to stage 3 and then get back here, because I don't think anyone really thinks that's going to be a challenge.
I'm going bathroom door right now, Zofia. Okay, opening the solar wall.
You know, losing to BDS 7-1 was almost like it was the first big loss that we've taken as a team, you know.
One team, one dream, baby. Let's fucking do this shit.
It was a very hard tournament on us, like mentally, and I'm really happy that like everybody kind of like picked themselves up, you know, picked each other up. That like after, and I feel like everybody almost had that mindset of like, all right, next game reset, and everybody was looking forward to like, what can I learn from it after the game, you know, like win or lose. I was like, what can I learn from it? What can I do moving forward? What can I do this?
We kind of handled this basically just like we would NAL, doing normal scrim, normal kind of prep, whereas I think a lot of these teams did boot camps and stuff like that, you know, really doing the 2-a-day scrims, changing up everything. We kind of just decided to stick with what's been working for us, and obviously that didn't work here.
Are they aware? They are this time. Levy from the vault finds one. Levy from the vault does not find another, as it's Lagonis who manages to get that kill. Rexon has no choice. 0 seconds. They're already done, but Team 1, they can keep themselves fighting. Neskin gets the kill onto Kansan. Super's getting the diffuser down, though I'm not sure if they're aware. Levy looks to challenge. It's successful, but he gets the kill as Alamo finds Rexon as well, and that's plenty of time to go in and disable the diffuser. And Team 1, with the last breath of the game, keep themselves fighting, keep their dream alive at the Mexico Major.
And the things that I saw based off of us getting eliminated, the room after was immediately talking about what we wanted to change, what we wanted to improve, and how we wanted to go forward to make the next event. And to me, as a coach, that's more powerful than hitting your goal and then staying the same. So I'm excited to see what we can do for stage 3 in the NAL, and we'll be back.